With us today we have John O'Connor, CEO of Kollect on Demand. Welcome to this interview, John.
Thanks for having me.
Could you just give us a short summary of your background?
Yes, so my background is I'm in the waste industry over 13 years in Ireland. My background would be waste, and with tech I was also a founder of a tech startup previously to that. So I have a traditional waste background and also was involved in the tech business.
All right. And if we look at the business model for Kollect on Demand, could you please explain that?
Yeah, so our business model is, what we're really doing is we're applying, an e-commerce solution to the waste industry. So the focus of our company and our vision is to make it simple for customers to book a waste service online. So those customers could be business customers or they could be domestic customers. And I think it's really important to highlight the difference between Swedish market and other cities and countries in Ireland, the UK and America. In those cities, the waste industry is privatized, so people have to go to the suppliers to get their waste collected. And within these, like in the UK, there's thousands of waste suppliers for us to aggregate. So there's thousands of companies that businesses and households can go to get a price to get rid of their waste service. So what we're doing is we're trying to build a brand, Kollect, that when people think of a waste need, whether it's business or domestic, they go onto our platform and we outsource the collection to third-party providers.
Okay, and if we look at the product mix of your offering, how much of the revenue is one time and how much is recurring fees?
Yeah, so we're always moving that. When we first listed in the NASDAQ, which was 2 years ago, in the first quarter we said we're going to focus more on recurring revenue, obviously, and we've shifted that from 40% was recurring at that stage to now it's 60%, and it's grown quarter on quarter, so 60% of the revenue is recurring.
Okay, so like a customer of yours, is it like a subscription plan that they used, or?
Yes, we have two customers. We've got a mix, 60% is a mix of domestic and commercial customers. So for a domestic customer, it might be subscription to get their household bins collected, their domestic rubbish, and our commercial, which is really an area that's been growing within our business. That could be a big organization, like a big furniture shop that operates in every city in Ireland or the UK. And they come to us weekly, daily to get their furniture collected, to get their junk furniture collected. They have different waste needs, each businesses. So it's the recurring revenue is made up of commercial and domestic.
And if we look at the market size, how large would you say that your approachable market is, and what's the estimated year-on-year growth of this market?
Yeah, so we're operating in Ireland and the UK at the moment. And Ireland, the actual waste industry is worth about 10 billion. And I suppose the approachable market for us within Ireland, or the addressable market, would probably be 50% of that, 10 billion SEK. And in the UK, it's worth 60 billion SEK. In the UK, we're following in Ireland, we have a B2C strategy, and we have a B2B strategy. Whereas in the UK, we're mainly focused on businesses and the recurring revenue. So the UK business will be going after high volume and relatively high margin businesses recurring. So that addressable market over there would probably be 20% of the 60 billion market.
And if we look at the company and we look at the financial status of the company, how does that look at the moment?
Yeah, so our company, our company is well capitalized at the moment. We recently raised 30 million SEK. We had a warrant issue in September of this year, which was very successful. We had a 99% subscription rate, and that really allows us to focus on our 3-year strategy. We have a plan that we hope to execute over the next 3 years, and that funding allows us to deliver on that. So yeah, we're in a good position regarding funding.
And you're listed in Sweden.
Yes.
But you don't have any, you're not established in Sweden. You're established in Ireland and UK, as you mentioned. Why did you list the company in Sweden?
Yeah, so there's numerous reasons. Obviously, we're looking for we're looking to raise some growth capital to execute on the opportunity that was in front of us. First of all, there's a huge opportunity within the waste industry online, to be that company online that people can book away services through. So the NASDAQ really appealed to us because there's a good ecosystem within Sweden for startups or high growth companies that doesn't exist in Ireland. You know, in Ireland, I think the capital markets, there's only, I think, 18 companies listed, and they're usually old established companies. So that ecosystem isn't there. Whereas in Sweden, you know, obviously there's hundreds of companies listed. And, you know, we also found that the Swedish investors understand tech, and, you know, it's an e-commerce play within the waste industry is what we're trying to do. So, you know, there's also been the brand, NASDAQ is strong. You know, for us, when we're going after our commercial customers in UK and Ireland, it's good to be associated with a brand like NASDAQ.
And if we look at the organization, what have you learned being like a listed companies?
Yeah, it's for us. It's been a good experience. Like we don't consider ourselves a startup anymore. We're 5 years now. We're on a growth phase. We're much more structured. We've got a board who've got huge experience in scaling companies quickly, because that's what we're doing. You know, we've grown each quarter since we listed. Quarter on quarter, we've been high growth, and you know, there's also the experience of our board, and you know, strategically as well. As I said, we're well capitalized now. We've been able to develop a 3-year plan, and we've been able to hire you know, people around us. People have been attracted to our company by just us being listed. So yeah, it's been a good experience in general.
And if we look at the ownership in the company, how does your ownership look, and how does the board's ownership look in the company at the moment?
Yeah, so I think the board and the founders, between us, we own about 40% ownership of the company. And myself, I have 22% of Kollect. Yeah, so like, I think it's important to highlight, you know, I haven't sold, none of the founders have sold any shares. I stole some warrants so I could buy more shares in the warrant issue, but yeah, there's 40% ownership between the founders and the board.
And if we look at the coming quarters, let's say 2, 3, maybe 4 quarters out, what will be your main focus, or the company's main focus during these quarters?
Yeah, so day one we said we'd high growth, and that's we're going to go after getting customers and customer acquisition and onboarding. So for us, we're continually investing in our digital strategy and our tech. Our vision is to make it simple for people to book away service online. And you know, I know our competition as such is the traditional waste companies, and all of those companies are investing in better ways of processing waste and better ways of collecting waste, where our total focus is on digital and getting customers onto our platform and making it simple for them to book that waste service. So we feel like, you know, the opportunity for us is to get that 1% of people that book a waste service online up to 20%. That's the market opportunity for us in the B2C play. And in the B2B, we're pretty much operating with the same premise, is making it simple for our commercial customers to book the waste service through our app.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for this interview.
Thank you.